Good morning! Welcome back to Matali. Yan, marami pong salamat sa mga nag-subscribe sa channel. Sa mga hindi pa po nag-subscribe, pindutin lang po yung subscribe button. Kasama na rin po yung notification bell. Yan po. Marami pong salamat. Okay, so dumako na tayo sa ating lesson ngayon. Ito ay tungkol sa addition and subtraction of dissimilar fraction. Okay, so ito yung ating objective. We're going to add and subtract dissimilar fractions. So, i-define din natin yung kung ano yung dissimilar fraction later. So, find the least common denominator. So, hanapin natin yung least common denominator ng dissimilar fraction. Then, we're going to find also the equivalent fraction. Ano ba tong equivalent fraction? Yan. So, again, sa mga hindi pa po nakakapanood sa aking video tungkol sa addition and subtraction of similar fraction, pindutin lang po yung I button dito sa taas. Yan po. Maaari nyo pong mapanood ang aking video. Yan. So, define muna natin ulit yung tinatawag natin na rational numbers. So, these are numbers that is expressed as a ratio of two integers, m over n. Yan. So, yung n natin dito, yung denominator, dapat hindi yan equal sa 0. Yan yung definition natin ng rational numbers. Then, we also have dissimilar fraction. So, ano ba itong dissimilar fraction? So, two fractions are dissimilar if they have different denominator. So, kapag magkaiba yung ating denominator, ang tawag doon ay dissimilar fraction. Yan. Then we also have the least common denominator. So actually yung least common denominator natin, yan yung ating least common multiple ng denominator. So mahahanap natin yung least common denominator sa pagkuha ng LCM ng denominator. Yan. Okay, then we have the equivalent fraction. Ano yung equivalent fraction? Equivalent fraction have the same value even though they may look different. Yan. Why they are the same? Because when you multiply or divide both the top and the bottom, I'm referring to the numerator and the denominator by the same number, the fraction keeps its value. Yan. So, kukuha tayo mamaya ng mga equivalent fraction given yung ating least common denominator para ito sa dissimilar fraction. So, paano ba mag-add ng dissimilar fraction? So, syempre, hindi basta-basta kayo mag-add ng fraction, especially kung magkaiba yung kanilang denominator. So, una dyan, we're going to find the least common denominator. So, dapat maging similar yung ating fraction. Yan. So, mahanap natin yung LCD sa pamamagitan ng pagkuha ng least common multiple or yung LCM ng denominator. So, tuturuan ko kayo mamaya kung paano kunin yung LCD ng fraction. Then, number 2, you're going to write each fraction to its equivalent fraction. Yan. Using the LCD. Yan na nakuha natin sa step number 1. Then number 3, you're going to add the equivalent fraction obtained in step number 2, then simplify. Kailangan yung i-lowest term yung inyong mga sagot. So, let us have this example para malinaw. Okay, so let us have this. What is the sum of 1/2 and 2/3? Ayan, makikita ninyo dito, yung ating denominator, we have 2 and we also have 3, yung second fraction natin. So, kikita natin dito, yung fraction natin, magkaiba yung kanilang denominator. Yan. Different denominator. Yan. Ang tawag dyan ay, ang tawag natin dito ay dissimilar fraction. So, paano ba i-add to? So, kopyahin lang muna natin. Since hinahanap natin yung sum nito, ang kailangan lang ninyong gawin is to add. So, step number 1, we have to copy. Then look for the LCD. So, lagay lang muna natin dito yung given. That is 1/2. Yan, yung fraction natin. Then we have, lagay natin yung sa pang-addends plus sa pang-fraction natin, we have 2/3. Lagay natin dito. So na, medyo bagal yung aking mouse. 2/3, yan. Okay, so since magkaiba yung ating denominator, kukunin natin yung kanilang LCD. Yan. So, hanapin muna natin yung kanilang LCD. First step is to find the LCD. Yan. LCD, that is the least common denominator. So ano ba yung LCD natin? Yan yung ating least common multiple. Yan. So makukuha to by looking for the least common multiple. So ano yung mga multiples ng denominator natin? So kukunin natin yung multiple ng 3 and even the multiple of 2. Yan. Yung denominator natin. So lagay natin dito yung ating mga multiples. Multiples of 3. Then sa baba naman yung ating multiple ng 2. Yan. Ito yung mga fraction, ito yung mga denominator natin. Multiple of 2. Yan. So lagay natin dito. Multiple of 3. Yan. Okay, so identify natin ano yung mga multiple ng 2. Okay, so para makuha natin yung multiple of 2, i-multiply lang natin yung 2 na yan dun sa ating counting numbers. Ang counting numbers natin ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. So i-multiply natin doon, or you can just count by 2 or skip counting by 2. And that is, we have 2 multiplied by 1, that is 2. Then 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, that is 4. 2 multiplied by 3, that is 6. 2 multiplied by 4, that is 8. 2 multiplied by 10, 2 multiplied by 5, sorry, that is 10. Then 2 times 6, that is 12. 2 times 7, that is 14. 2 times 8, that is 16. 2 times 9, that is 18. And so on and so forth. Yan. So actually, marami tayong multiple ng 2, that is infinite. Then let us have the multiple of 3. Consider natin dito, multiply din natin yung 3 sa ating counting numbers. So 3 times 1, that is 3. 3 times 2, that is 6. 3 times 3, that is 9. 3 times 4, that is 12. 3 times 5, that is 15. 3 times 6, that is 18. 3 times 7, that is 21. 3 times 8, that is 24. Yan. And so on and so forth. Yan. Actually, marami din tayong multiple ng 3. Yan. Pero ang consider natin dito, ang hanapin natin ay yung LCM. Yan. Lagay natin dito. Find the LCM. Yan. Find the least common multiple of 2 and 3. Yan, hanapin natin dito yung common multiple. Okay, so underline ko lang gamit yung red. Yan, pang-underline. Ano-ano yung mga multiple ng 3 natin at saka 2 na common, parehas. So meron tayo ditong 6. Meron din tayong 12. We also have 18. Yan. Yan yung mga common multiple natin. Pero, ang kukunin lang natin dito ay yung least. Pag sinabing least, yan. Pag sinabing least, yan yung pinakamaliit. Yan. Kailangan natin dito. Ibig sabihin ng ating L dito. Yan. Hanapin lang ninyo yung pinakamaliit. So, that is the least common multiple. Yan. The least common multiple is yung pinakamaliit. Ito yung ating 6. Lagay lang natin dito. Yung LCM natin, LCM is actually equal to 6. Yan na rin yung gagamitin natin na denominator. Hence, LCD will be equal to 6. Okay, so now kukunin natin yung ating equivalent fraction dito sa dalawang to. So, okay natin dito yung given natin. We have 1/2. 1/2. And that will be equal to yan. So, ano yung multiply natin dito sa 2 para makuha yung LCD na 6. Okay, so natin dito yung ating LCD, that is 6. Or pwede rin naman, ang gagawin natin dito, i-multiply natin to. Yan. Di-divide natin. 6 divide nyo sa 2, that is 3 times 1. That is equal to 3. So, yun yung ilalagay nyo dito. Yan. Or mag-isip kayo ng number na i-multiply sa 2 para makuha yung LCD natin na 6. So, kailangan i-multiply natin to both by 3. Yan. Kailangan multiply natin to both by 3. Yan. Times. Lagay ko lang sa gilid. Okay. So, we have 3 multiplied by 1. Then we have 3 multiplied by 2. Okay, so ayan. Anyway, ang value naman nito, 3 divide nyo sa 3, that is the same as 1. And any number multiplied by 1 is equal to the number itself. Yan yung ibig sabihin ng ating identity property for multiplication. Okay, then we also have this 2/3. So, lagyan natin dito yung ating 2/3. Fraction natin. We have 2/3. Kukunin natin yung equivalent fraction nitong 2/3 na to. So, syempre, kailangan ang denominator natin dyan ay 6. Yan, ang ating LCD ay 6. So, ang tanong, ano yung imumultiply natin sa 3 para makuha yung 6? Tama, yan ay 2. So, 2 multiply by 3. So, kung ano yung multiply sa denominator, yun din yung imumultiply natin sa numerator. So, that is 2 multiply by 2. Yan. Okay, so again, ang value nito, 2 divide nyo sa 2, that is equal to 1. 1 pa rin yung value nito. 1 times 2/3, that is the same as 2/3. Yan. So, 2 times 2, that will be equal to 4. Yan. Yan natin dito yung 4. Yan. Again, pag ni-lowest term natin to, babalik tayo sa 2/3. Ganon din tong 3/6. Yan. Pag ni-lowest term natin to, babalik kayo sa 1/2. Okay, so ang gagawin na natin is to add the equivalent fractions. Yan. We're going to add the equivalent fraction. Okay, so yan. Ito yung ating equivalent fraction na tinatawag. So, i-add na natin yan. So, we have 3/6. Yan. 3/6. It's equivalent to 1/2 plus yung ating 2/3 equivalent to 4/6. So, ilagay lang natin dito. We have 4/6. Ayan. Ngayon, kung mapapansin ninyo, parehas na yung ating denominator dito. So, pwede na nating i-add yung kanilang numerator, then copy the denominator. So, that will be, we have 3 plus 4 over yung ating denominator, that is 6. Okay, so add na natin. So, 3 plus 4, that will be equal to 7. Okay, so ayan. Lagyan natin dito. Over yung denominator natin, that is 6. So, that is 7/6. Then, lowest term natin to kasi ito ay naka-improper fraction. So, pwede natin gawin yan as a mixed number. Yan. Or we can have, divide lang natin yung ating dividend. Yan yung ating numerator dito. Yun yung 7. So, lagay natin dito yung 7. Then, we have the denominator that is 6. Okay, so yan. 6 divide nyo sa 7, that is equal to 1. So, lagay natin dito. 1 times 6, that is equal to 6. Then, subtract natin to. Yan. 7 minus 6, that is equal to 1. So, ito yung ating magiging numerator ng ating fraction. Sorry. So, ang sagot natin dito, that is the same. We have 1 and 1 over 6. Lagay lang natin dito. 1 over 6. So, ito yung ating tinatawag na, ito yung magiging numerator natin. Numerator. Yan. Sensya na kulang pa ng R. Okay, so ito yung ating whole number. Ilang natin dito. We have whole number. Yan. Ng ating mixed number. Then ito yung ating denominator. Yan. Ayan. So, ito na yon, yung ating sagot. Okay, so, ayan. Pag nag-add ng dissimilar fraction, sundan lang yung procedure. Yan. So, another way, yan. Paano makuha yung ating LCD? Yan. Kung mapapansin ninyo, yung ating denominator dito, yung 2 and 3 are prime numbers. Lagay lang natin dito. Technique natin. Kung yung ating denominator ay prime numbers, yan, identify muna natin ano na yung mga prime numbers natin. We have prime numbers. So, pag sinabing prime numbers, these are numbers that has only one factor. Yan. Ito yung 1 and the number itself. Ano-ano yung mga yon? Ulit, we have 2. Yan. We also have 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, ayan, 17, 19, and so on and so forth. Ayan. Ito yung mga number na wala ng ibang factor except 1 and the number itself. Yan. So, kung ito yung makikita nating denominator, ang gagawin lang natin yan, yung given natin na 1/2. Yan. So, yung 1/2 natin, yan, plus, ito yung ating alternative. Kung sakaling napansin na ninyo na yung ating denominator ay prime number. Yan. Then, we have 2/3. Yan. Okay, so all you have to do is to find the product of the denominator. Yan. Mumultiply lang natin yan. So we have 2 multiplied by 3, yung ating denominator. Then sa taas naman, cross product lang tayo. Yan. Ito ay mumultiply natin doon. Then yung 2 ay mumultiply natin doon. I-add natin yung sum. So that will be have, lagay natin dito yung solution natin. So that is 3 times 1 plus, ito naman, ang multiply natin ito, 2 multiplied by 2. Yan, cross product lang. That is 2 times 2. Yan. Pwede na ninyong i-shortcut yan. Anyway, pinapakita ko lang yung solution dito. Yan. Itong 3 dito, ito yung ating denominator. Yan. So, 3 times 1, that is equal to 3. Then, 2 times 2, that is equal to 4. So, lagay natin dito. Is positive 4. Then, yung denominator natin, 2 times 3, that is equal to 6. Then, simplify natin to. 3 plus 4, that is equal to 7. Over, we have the denominator, that is 6. Then, lowest term na lang ninyo to. And 7 over 6, that is the same as, yan, sundan nyo to, gawin nyo to, magiging sagot natin dito ay yung ating mixed number, which is 1 and we have 1/6. Ayan, 1/6. Ayan, parehas pa rin. Ito, gagamitin lang ninyo to kung ang ating denominator ay prime numbers. Ito yung mga prime numbers natin. Okay, so next. Next example naman tayo. Okay, so how about this? Subtract 1/4 from 7/10. So, yan. Subtract natin. Itong 1/4 na to, ibabawas natin yan dito sa 7/10. Ilagay lang natin dito yung ating fraction. So, yung 7/10 natin, 7/10 minus yung ating 1/4. Natin dito, 1/4. Ayan. Okay, so, ayan, kung mapapansin ninyo, magkaiba na naman yung ating denominator. So, ang tawag dyan ay dissimilar fraction, pagka magkaiba yung denominator. So, ang gagawin natin dito, hanapin natin yung kanilang LCD. Yan. Find the LCD. Yan. Step number 1 is to find the LCD. Yan. Pero kukunin natin yung LCD sa pamamagitan ng paghanap ng least common multiple ng denominator. So, anong least common multiple? Yan. Yung LCD natin, ito yung tinatawag natin na least common multiple of the denominator. Yan. So, ang denominator natin dito ay 4 and 10. Okay, so, paano pa yung ibang paraan para makuha yung LCD? Aside dun sa listing method, yung pagkuha ng mga multiple, ito yung tinatawag natin na prime factorization. Okay, so, finding the LCM by prime factorization. So, gagamitin natin to by prime factorization. Ano tong prime factorization na to? Ito, na-discuss na to nung elementary kayo. Prime factorization. Okay, so kunin natin yung mga prime factors ng ating denominator na 10 and 4. By factor 3, ano yung mga prime factors ng ating 10? Again, yung mga prime numbers natin, we have 2, 3, 5, yung mga numbers na wala ng ibang factor except 1 and the number itself. So dito, we have 10. Factors of 10, we can have 2 multiplied by 5. Then we also have the factors of 4. A factor 3, that is, we have 2 multiplied by 2. Yan. Yung prime factorization kasi, mahanap din dito yung ating GCF na tinatawag. Yung greatest common factor. Okay, so, then we have the factors of 10. Lagay lang natin dito. Okay, then we also have the factors of ng ating 4. Yan. Lagay natin yan. Okay, ano yung mga factors ng 10 natin? Yung ating 2 multiplied by 5. Then, factors naman ng ating 4. Yan yung ating 2 multiplied by, yun natin dito, 2 multiplied by 2. Yan, tapat lang natin dyan yung 2. Then, labas natin yung ating isang 2. 2 multiplied by 2. Ayan. Sorry. Ano ba? Yan. Then, sunod na gagawin. Okay, pagka hinahanap yung GCF, itong 2. Ngayon naman, kung ang hinahanap natin ay LCM, bibiling down natin to lahat. So, print down natin to. Pagtapatin lang ninyo yung parehas na factor. So, dito, parehas yung ating factor na 2. So, 2 multiply by, bring down din natin yung 5. Multiply by, bring down natin yung isang 2. So, that will be equal to, yan, 2 times 5, that is 10, times 2, that is equal to 20. Yan. So, ang kainaman kasi nito, malalaman natin kung ano yung multiply natin dun sa both numbers para makuha yung ating equivalent fraction na tinatawag. So, ang LCD natin, or ang LCM natin ay 20. Yan. Ito yung ating LCM na tinatawag. Ang ginamit ko dito ay yung prime factorization. This is LCM. Since ang kinonsider natin dito ay yung ating denominator, yung denominator ng ating fraction na 7 over 10 ay 10, denominator ng 1/4 ay 4, yan. Then ang tawag natin dito sa 20 na to ay yung ating LCD. Okay, so ngayon kukunin natin yung equivalent fraction nitong dalawa. So that is, we have 7 over 10, yan. That will be equal to, okay, so yan. Ang denominator natin dito ay dapat yung LCD natin, which is 20. Ano yung multiply natin sa 20? Ano yung multiply natin sa 10 or rather? Ano yung multiply natin sa 10 para makuha yung 20? Yan. Diba kaya dito, makikita nyo dito, yan, sa ating table, yan, ang wala dito sa factor ng 10 na nandun sa LCD natin ay yung 2. Yan. So ito yung ating i-multiply dun sa numerator and denominator. So lagay natin dito, we have 2. Kung ano yung multiply sa numerator, yun din yung i-multiply sa denominator. Yan. Lagay lang natin yung product. Times, sorry, napunta doon. Kailangan natin dito. Okay, so balik tayo dito. So yun yung multiply natin both numerator and denominator. Yan. 2 times 7, that is equal to 14. So yun yung lalagay natin dito. Okay, next, yung 1/4 naman. Lagay natin dito. Kunin natin yung equivalent fraction ng ating 1/4. Okay, so yan. Dapat ang denominator natin ay 20, yung ating LCD. Lagay natin dito yung 20. Ngayon, ano yung i-multiply natin sa 4 para makuha yung 20? Okay, so balikan natin to. So makikita niyo dito na yung ating factor dito, yan, diba? Pasensya na, hindi nagkatapat. Yung factor natin dito, makikita ninyo, ano yung factor ng ating LCM na wala dito sa factor ng 4, that is, yung ating 5, di ba? So, yun yung multiply natin both numerator and denominator. Di man kaya, yung 20 na to, i-divide nyo sa denominator. 20 divide nyo sa 4, that is equal to 5. So, yun yung i-multiply natin both the numerator and the denominator. Yan. So, multiply natin to ng 5. So, 5 over 5. Yan. Pero makikita naman dito, yan, kikita natin, yan, ito yung factor ng LCM na hindi factor ng 4. Yan yung multiply. So, 5 times 1, that is equal to 5. Lalagay natin dito. Sagot. Okay, then, pwede na natin i-subtract tong dalawang fraction na to kasi equivalent naman na or similar na yung ating denominator. Similar naman na yung fraction natin. So, we have now 14 over 20 and minus we have 5 over 20. Ayan. So, next step is to subtract. Ayan, lalagay natin dito yung step. Subtract the equivalent fraction. Okay, so yan. Kung mapapansin nyo, similar na yung ating fraction. Pares na yung kanilang denominator. So, ang gagawin natin dito, subtract natin yung numerator. Yan, yung lesson natin nung nakaraan. So, addition and subtraction of similar fraction. So, 14 minus 5. Then, kopyahin lang natin yung ating denominator na 20. Okay, so, subtract na natin. 14 minus 5, that is equal to, again, dito yung sagot, is equal to 9 over 20. Yan. Then, kung pwede pang simplify, i-simplify. Ngayon, kung hindi na pwedeng simplify, then, that will be your final answer. Yan. So, yan yung sagot. So, again, paano kunin yung ating LCD? Hanapin nyo yung least common multiple ng denominator. Yan. Pwede yung by listing method, yung ginawa ko sa example number 1. Pwede rin tong prime factorization, na kung saan kinuha natin yung mga prime factors ng 10 at saka yung 4, yung denominator natin. Then, nilist down ko dito yung mga factor, pinagtapat ko yung common factor. Then, hiniwalay ko yung walang kaparehas na factor. Saka ko bringing down lahat yung mga prime factors. Then, multiply. Yan na yung ating least common multiple. Since ang kinonsider natin dito ay yung 10 and 4, which is the denominator. So, ang tawag natin sa 20 na to ay yung kanilang LCD. Ang sagot niyan ay 9 over 20. So, sa pagkuha naman ng equivalent fraction, laki yung ibang gagawin kung hindi hanapin yung parehas na number na kailangan i-divide or i-multiply dito sa numerator and denominator. Halimbawa dito. So ano yung multiply natin sa 10 para malumabas yung LCD na 20? That is 2. So yun din yung i-multiply ninyo sa numerator. So 2 times 7, that is 14. Pag sinimplify ninyo to, mabalik kayo dito sa lowest term na 7 over 10. Kaya ang tawag dyan ay equivalent fraction. Yan. Itong dalawang to, yan, 7 over 10 and 14 over 20, ang tawag dyan ay equivalent fraction. Yan. Yan yung example natin ng equivalent fraction. Okay, so, okay na? So, next na tayo. Example number 3. Yan. What is 2 and 3/4 added to 4 and 5 over 6? Yan. So, makikita nyo dito, magkaiba na naman yung ating denominator. Yan. So, dito pwede nyo munang i-add yung ating whole numbers. Yan. Para hindi kayo mahirapan kasi nasa addition lang naman po tayo. Yan. Lagay lang muna natin yung ating given. So, mapapansin nyo dito, ang denominator natin dito, we have 4 and we also have 6. Okay, so, natin yung given. That is 2 and we have 3/4 plus, yan, meron tayong 4 and 5 over 6. Yan, lagay lang natin dito yung fraction. So 5 over 6. Ayan. So, mapapansin niyo magkaiba yung denominator. So, ang gagawin natin dito ay kukunin muna natin yung kanilang LCD. Ngayon, pwede na nating munang i-add yung ating whole number, that is 2 plus 4. Lagay natin dito. Ayan. 2 plus 4. Since parehas naman yung sign yan, pwede na nating i-add yan. 2 plus 4, that is equal to 6. Ayan, yan yung ating whole number. Okay, next, we have 3/4 plus 5 over 6. Yan yung ating i-add ngayon. Yan. Okay lang natin dito. Yung ating fraction. Ito para sa whole number to. Yung sum ng whole number. Okay, so dito naman we have the sum of the fraction. Yan. Saka natin pagsamahin. We have the sum of the fraction. Okay, so kopyahan lang muna natin yung fraction dito. Meron tayong 3/4 plus yung isang fraction natin that is 5 over 6. Yan. We have 5 over 6. Okay, so again, kunin muna natin yung ating LCD dito. Okay, so since nag-add tayo ng fraction na magkaiba yung ating denominator, or that is dissimilar fraction. So find the LCD. Okay, so madali lang naman mahanap yung LCD. Ang kailangan lang ninyong gawin is to look for the LCM of the denominator. Yan. That LCD is the same as the least common multiple of the denominator. Ayan. Para makuha yan, pwede natin ulit gamitin yung tinatawag natin na prime factorization. Yan. So we have the prime factorization. Yan. By prime factorization, kukunin natin yung mga prime factors ng ating denominator. So ang denominator natin dito, meron tayong 4 and 6. So list down natin dito. So we have the prime factors of 4. Identify natin ano yung mga prime factors ng ating 4. That is 2 multiplied by 2. Yan. 2 times 2, that is equal to 4. Then, ano naman yung mga prime factors ng ating 6? Yan. Ano mga prime factors ng 6? Okay, so pwede nating itapat dito sa dulo yung 2. Yan, isang 2. Prime factors natin. We have 2 multiply by 3. Wala yung multiply. Multiply to 3. Ayan. Saan ba ito nakuha? Pwede natin gamitin yung factor 3 na tinatawag. Yung 4 natin, yung factor niyan, we have 2 multiply by 2. Then we have 6. Ang factor ng 6, yan, ay 2 multiply by 3. Yan. Since makikita nyo dito sa pinakababa, and these are already prime numbers, so titigil na kayo. Lilist down lang ninyo katulad nito. Yan. Ito yung mga factors ng 4, 2 times 2. Factor ng 6, 2 times 3. Yan. Mapapansin ninyo, pinagtapat ko dito yung ating 2. Yan. Ito yung ating common factor. So, pag hinahanap yung GCF, ito lang yan. Pero pag hinahanap yung LCM, i-bring down po natin lahat to. Yan. Bababa natin lahat yan. Yung 2 times 2 times 3. Yan. That will be equal to, ang LCM natin, 2 times 2, that is 4, times 3, that is equal to 12. So, yan yung ating least common multiple. Yan. Ito yung ating tinatawag na least common multiple. Since ang kinonsider natin dito ay yung denominator, yung 4 at saka 6, then ang tawag din dito sa 12 na to ay yung LCD nitong fraction. So, pwede na natin kunin yung ating equivalent fraction. So, lang natin dito. Find the equivalent fraction. Okay, you're going to find the equivalent fraction of 3/4 and 5/6 na kung saan yung denominator natin ay 12. So we have the equivalent fraction of 3/4. Ayan. That is equal to a fraction with a denominator of 12, yung ating LCD. So lagay natin dito yung ating LCD. That is 12. So ano yung multiply natin sa 4 para makuha yung 12? Or dito, mapapansin ninyo, ang factor ng LCM natin na wala dito sa factor ng 4 ay yung ating 3. Tama? So ito yung ating multiply dun sa numerator and denominator. Yan. So multiply natin dito. So we have to multiply the numerator by 3 and even the denominator by 3. So 3 times 4 that is equal to 12 and 3 times 3 that is equal to, lagay natin dito, that is 9. Okay, pag ni-lowest term ninyo to, 9/12, babalik kayo dito sa 3/4. Kasi nga, itong 3/4 at saka yung 9/12 ay equivalent fraction. Yan. Then we also have the equivalent fraction of 5/6. Lagay natin dito. So we have 5/6. Hanapin natin yung equivalent nito. Yan. So dapat ang denominator natin dito ay yung ating LCD, 12. Ano yung multiply natin sa 6 para makuha yung 12? Or dito, kung mapapansin ninyo, ang factor dito sa LCM, yan, na 12, ito yon 2 times 2 times 3, na wala dito sa factor ng 6, ay yung isang 2. So, yun yung multiply natin dito sa numerator and denominator ng 5/6. So, we have, yan, lagay lang natin dito, 2 multiply by 5, then we have 2 multiply by 6. So 2 times 5, that is equal to, we have 10. Then 2 times 6, that is equal to 12. Ngayon pag ni-lowest term nyo to, yan, ang i-divide nyo naman dito, para ma-lowest term ay yung GCF, ito yung 2. So babalik kayo sa 5/6. So ang gagawin natin is to, this time is to add the two fractions. So, lagyan natin dito. We're going to add. So meron na tayong dalawang fraction na equivalent or similar. Lagyan natin dito yung 9/12 and plus yung equivalent fraction ng 5/6, that is 10/12. Yan, lagyan natin dito. It's 10/12. So yan, kung mapapansin nyo, similar na yung fraction natin, parehas na yung kanilang denominator. So ang gagawin natin, i-add lang natin yung numerator. So that is 9 plus 10. Then, kopyahin lang yung denominator na 12. Okay, so dito na lang natin ilagay sa baba yung sagot. That will be equal now to 9 plus 10, that is equal to 19. Then, kopyahin natin yung denominator na 12. Ngayon, sisimplify natin to. Gawin natin tong mixed number. Yan. By dividing the numerator to its denominator. Yan. Times 12, that is equal to 12. So, lagyan natin dito. And subtract natin to. 19 minus 12, that is equal to 7. Yan, lagay natin dito yung 7. Yan. Itong 7 na to, ito yung ating magiging numerator ng ating mixed number. Ito yung ating whole number. Yan. Then ito yung ating denominator. Ayan. So, yan na ba yung sagot? Yan. Yan pa lang yung ating sagot sa sum ng fraction. So, ilagay lang natin dito. We have 1 and we have 7 over 12. Ilagay natin dito. Ating 7, yung numerator over the denominator, that is 12. So, ang gagawin natin, yung 1 dito, yan, nakuha nating 1, kailangang i-add to sa ating sum ng whole number which ating 1. Yan. Kasama na rin yung ating fraction na 7 over 12. Yan. 7 over 12. So, ang i-add lang natin dito yung ating whole number. 6 plus 1, that is equal to 7. So, lagyan natin dito yung sagot. That is 7. And yung fraction natin, that is 7 over 12. So, ayan. Tapos na tayo. So, ito yung ating sagot. Okay, so, ayan. Okay na? Yun, natapos din. Okay, meron pa. Meron pang example number 4. Okay, so ulitin ko pag nag-add kayo ng fraction na kung saan, pag nag-add kayo ng mixed number na kung saan yung denominator natin ay magkaiba, ang kailangan lang ninyong gawin, pwede nyo munang i-add yung dalawang whole number natin. So dito, 2 plus 4, lalabas yung 6. Then, separate natin yung pag-a-add ng fraction, yung 3/4 plus 5 over 6. Mapapansin ninyo, magkaiba yung denominator. Pag magkaiba yung denominator, kukunin nyo yung LCD. Yan. Para makuha yung LCD, hanapin nyo yung least common multiple ng denominator. Paano? Pwede kayong gumamit ng listing method or pwede rin yung prime factorization. Ano tong prime factorization? Identify ninyo yung mga prime numbers na factors ng denominator na 4 and 6 using factor 3. And lilist down niyo yan gamit yung prime factorization. Itong format na to, yan, pagtapatin lang ninyo and ang 9 circle dito, ito yung ating GCF. Pero since LCM ang kinukuha, so i-bring down nyo lahat ng factors. Then multiply 2 times 3, that is equal to 12. So yan yung ating LCM. At yan na rin yung ating LCD. So ngayon, kukunin nyo yung equivalent fraction. So para makuha yung equivalent fraction, kailangan kayong mag-multiply dun sa given fraction ng constant or number. So, syempre, kung ano yung minultiply sa numerator, yun din yung minultiply sa denominator. Kasi ang value nito, yan, pag sinimplify ito, that is 1. And 1 multiplied by 3/4 is the same as 3/4. Yan. So, para makuha yan, didivide lang ninyo yung LCD, yung 12, didivide nyo sa 4, that is equal to 3. So, yun din yung multiply sa numerator para maging equivalent yan. Yan. Okay, then, next na tayo. Saka nyo i-add yung kanilang equivalent fraction. Then, going back, i-add niyo yung whole numbers na na-obtain niyo dito after nyo na i-simplify. Okay, next, number 4. Subtract 3 and 5 over 6 from 7 and 2 over 9. Okay, so paano ba to? ibabawas nyo to, itong mixed number na to dito. Yan. So, sulat muna natin. Given, we have 7 and 2/9. Yan. Minus, ito yung ating subtrahend, that is 3n. Fraction natin, we have 5/6. Okay, so yan. So, compare natin yung fraction. Or pwede rin naman, kung mapapansin nyo dito, and mas malaki yung ating 5/6 kumpara sa 2 2 times 6, that is equal to 12. Then, yung 9 dito, imumultiply nyo dito sa 5. Yan, cross multiply. 9 times 5, that is equal to 45. Yan. Okay, makikita nyo sa product nito, 12 is actually less than 45. So, meaning, yung ating fraction na 2/9 ay less than sa fraction na 5/6. Okay, so anong gagawin natin dito? Ganyan yung problem. So magbabawas muna tayo ng isa dito sa 7. Okay, so magiging fraction natin, that will be 6 9/9 plus itong fraction natin dito, that is 2/9. Yan. 2/9. That will be equal to, yan, lagay natin dito 6 and meron tayo ditong 11/9. 9 plus 2, that is equal to 11/9. Yan. Minus yung ating fraction, that is 3n. We have 5/6. Okay, so ayan. Anong gagawin natin dito? Okay, so pwede nating isubtract muna yung ating whole numbers. Ayan. Subtract muna natin. Dito. Lagay natin. Solution. Subtract the whole numbers. And that is, we have 6 minus 3. And that is equal to, we have 3. Ayan. So, ito yung ating whole number. Then next, susunod na gagawin, i-subtract din yung fraction. Ayan. Gawin natin dito. We have, subtract the fraction. Okay, ang fraction natin, separate lang muna natin para hindi mahirap. So, we have 11. Ito yung improper fraction natin. Kasi yung 9 kanina ay, yung 2/9 ay less than sa 5/6. Kaya tayo nag-borrow dun sa 7. Yan. Kaya naging 11 over 9 na to. So, minus yung ating fraction na 5 over 6. So, lagay natin dito. 5 over 6. Okay, then next. Ganun din yung gagawin natin dito. You're going to find the LCD. Yan. Find the LCD. Or that is the least common denominator. Itong LCD na to, ito yung ating least common multiple ng denominator. Yan. Least common multiple of the denominator. Denominator. Yan. Okay, so paano makuha yung ating least common denominator or the least common multiple ng denominator? Gagamit tayo ulit dito ng prime factorization. Yan. By yung prime factorization. Yan. Kukunin prime factors ng 9 and 6. Okay, gagamit tayo dito ng factor 3. So we have 9. And factors ng 9, that is 3 multiplied by 3. Then we have also the prime factors of 6. And natin to. So that is 2 multiplied by 3. Yan yung mga prime factors ng or prime number na factor ng prime factorization kasi ang mga factor natin dito ay mga prime numbers. So we have 3, yung isang 3 tatapat natin dyan. Multiply 2, we have 2. So yan. Okay, so again, kapag prime factorization tayo, ito yung ating tinatawag na GCF. Yan. Itong 3 na to, ito yung ating GCF. Yan, ginagamit yan pagka nagsisimplify tayo ng fraction. Yan. So, siyempre, ang kinoconsider doon ay yung numerator at saka denominator. But since we are not in simplifying fraction, dito tayo sa paghanap ng LCD, so kukunin natin yung least common multiple. So, para sa least common multiple, i-bring down natin yung mga factors dito. So, lahat. So, we have 3. Na yung ating LCM. Yan, lagay lang natin dito. 18 is what we call the least common multiple. Yan. And that is the same as the least common denominator kasi ang kinonsider natin dito yung denominator ng ating fraction. So next, kukunin natin dito yung equivalent fraction. Yan. Lagay natin dito. Find step number 2, sorry. Find the equivalent fraction. Kunin natin yung equivalent fraction nitong 11 over 9 at saka yung 5 over 6. Ilagay lang natin dito yung fraction natin. We have 11 over 9 will be equal to, ayan, ano yung mumultiply natin sa 9 para makuha natin yung denominator or yung LCD na 18. Ayan. So 18 divide yung sa 9, that will be equal to 2. Ayan. So kung mapapansin nyo dito, ang meron sa LCM, factor ng LCM na wala sa factor ng 9 ay yung ating 2. So, yun yung multiply natin both numerator and denominator. Yan. So, multiply natin yung numerator ng 2. Ganon din naman sa denominator. So, 2 times 11, that will be equal to 22. Yan. 2 times 9. Ano yung imumultiply natin sa 6 para makuha yung LCD na 18? Natin dito. So, yan. Definitely, divide lang natin. 18 divide nyo sa 6, that will be equal to 3. So, yun yung multiply natin both numerator and denominator. So, mapapansin niyo dito, factor ng LCM na wala sa factor ng 6 ay yung equivalent sa 5/6. Pag sinimplify nyo to, dapat bumalik kayo dito. Paano ba to i-simplify? Masisimplify to by dividing both numerator and denominator by the GCF, that is 3. Yan. Yan. And next, ang gagawin na natin is to add. Yan. I-add na natin yung dalawang equivalent fraction. Yan. Over 18. Natin dito. 15/18. Okay, so since parehas naman na yung denominator or similar naman na yung fraction natin dito, ayan, pwede na natin combine or subtract yung numerator natin. Tapos kopyahin na lang yung denominator. That will be 22 minus 15 over yung denominator natin, that is 8. Then take note, meron tayong whole number dito. Pag pinagsama natin, ang sagot natin ay, yan. So, saan ko ba ilalagay yung sagot? Dito na lang. Yan. Pasensya na, medyo magulo yung solution ko. Yan. Ko-combine na natin yung whole number natin dito. That is, we have 3. Ayan. Yung ating whole number. And we have the fraction 7/18. Ayan. Parang hindi ata kita dito. So, dito na lang. That will be equal now to, kopyahin lang natin to, yung whole number natin. Inuna na natin na hinanap yung whole number. Yan, 6 minus 3. Sinubtract yung dalawang whole number. Yan. Then, yung fraction, sinubtract din. Okay, so yan. Maraming salamat. Ganyan lang po yung gagawin pag nagsusubtract ng dissimilar fraction. Na kung saan, yung given natin ay mixed number. Yan. Identify ninyo muna or tignan nyo muna kung yung minuend natin na fraction ay less than or greater than the